My name is Anna Miliak, and this is my workplace communication problem final project. So, a little bit of background information about my issue. Acrisure Stadium is the home of the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was formerly known as Heinz Field, and it opened in August of 2001 for the Steelers' first season. This was their first home that they had to themselves after sharing Three Rivers Stadium with the Pittsburgh Pirates as well. But they now share Heinz Field with the University of Pittsburgh Pitt Panthers football team as well. The capacity of Heinz Field is about 68,400, and they use three primary gates for entry. So it's going to be Gate A, B, and C. Gate A is split up into Gate A East and West, and then there's some smaller gates as well. Like we have two suite entry gates, and then we also have the Great Hall Gate. The suite entry gates are obviously used primarily for the people that have suite level seating, and then the Great Hall Gate is just a little bit smaller and used for fans that want to go directly into the Great Hall and look around in there. The overall problem is that the gate wait lines are taking way too long. Their lines are taking upwards of an hour and a half, and then we have fans that are missing kickoff, fans that aren't able to participate in the pregame activities, whether that be their own tailgating or the activities that are happening on Art Rooney Avenue. Fans are just missing out on that experience, and we are trying to make the best overall fan experience for all of our guests that are visiting the stadium that day, and that includes everything that goes on pregame. Going along with that, mobile tickets are really difficult for a lot of our fans to access. One, because internet is so slow around the stadium. There's not much cell phone reception, and then on top of that, we have the issues with most of our fan base being older and not knowing how to use the technology to access their mobile tickets, so there's struggle there as well. The communication here, so we're going to be using a lot of verbal and written communication as well as some images. For the images, it's mainly just going to be the use of some stadium maps, diagrams, and things like that, but primarily the written and verbal communication. Written communication is going to be a lot of emails and documenting. We're going to be getting this process started via email and then making sure that everything is documented along the way. Since we're going to be working with the marketing department, which is my team, we're going to be doing a lot of the face forward things, making sure that we're looking at everything that goes on Art Rooney Avenue and making the right changes and coming up with the solution for the problems that we're hearing the ticketing office having as well. So then we're going to be working with the ticketing office to listen to their solution, to their problems, and then help them develop solutions, as well as making sure that the things that we have in mind are things that can be implemented by them as well. And then working with the stadium operations department to help get everything implemented on the concourse and at each of our gates. And then we will be using verbal communication as well for in-person meetings to keep things going and have these presentations where we are all able to meet and talk face-to-face with the heads of the departments and stay on the same page communicating. One of the things that I took away to being really important from this is feedback and making sure that you're getting feedback that you can value and look at seriously, and then also that you can act upon. So we created a survey. That being said, the survey can be found in the Steelers mobile app. Fans are going to be prompted after their ticket is scanned, and then again at halftime if they did not complete it immediately after getting their ticket scanned. We would really like fans to complete it the day of, while a lot of the information that's being asked is still fresh to them and easy to think about. In order to encourage fans to fill out this survey, we're offering the incentive of a free fountain drink or a free bottle of water. Things can be expensive at the stadium, and just offering this little bit of incentive to make sure that we're getting feedback from everybody is really important to us. So the questions that are being asked, we want to know how long it took you to get to Acrisure Stadium. Did you tailgate prior to walking to the stadium? did you participate in any Steelers pregame activities on Art Rooney Avenue? What time did you get in your gate entry line, and approximately how long did it take you to get through the metal detectors after getting in line? Did you have time to stop at a concession stand or visit the pro shop prior to finding your seats, and were you in your seat for the kickoff of today's game? Some of these questions, it may sound a little bit like, why do they really need to know that information? But we want to make sure that we are getting all of the details to the answers. So if you weren't in your seat prior to kickoff of today's game, was that because you arrived at 1:40 for a 1:30 kickoff kind of a thing? Making sure that we know as much as we can about the situations and determining whether or not our solutions are effective based off of this. So looking at the solutions to our problems, one of them is going to be updating the metal detectors. We want to install more internet routers, and we want to have a ticket office employee floating the lines. We want to have more ticket scanners, and then we really want to be able to utilize these survey results. The survey results are going to be analyzed by all of us in the marketing department as well as the ticketing department so that we can look at everything and ensure that all of the information is being accounted for. We're going to be updating the metal detectors to make sure that traffic is able to flow smoothly through them and keep lines moving constantly. Install the internet routers so that we can have faster internet around the stadium and make tickets easier to access, and then have more ticket scanners and ticket office employees around so that they can help fans be able to access their tickets and keep that line moving smoothly. Thank you.